What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Behind the Spacebar. My name is Will. If we've never met before, hello. So glad you're here. This is our first podcast episode in almost 2 years. It has been quite a while. I'm super excited to be back. If this is your first time joining us, Behind the Spacebar is all about helping you become a world-class playback engineer. And now with a completely brand new format to help make that happen. We'll talk more about that format in a second. But in order to accomplish that format, I needed help. Sometimes you got to call in extra help. You got to call in extra support. You got to bring in the big guns. And my big gun is named Reese. So what's happening, Reese? How are you, man?
I'm good, man. Never been referred to as a big gun, but it makes me feel good. So
Yeah,
glad to
there
be
you go.
here.
There's parts of the country that relate to that analogy and really like it. And there's parts that have canceled me for saying the word gun. So
Yeah.
with that, let's talk about this new format we have really quickly. Let everybody know when we're starting. The show technically starts off. This is a little promo. This is a short promo to give you guys a taste of what's coming. But we kick off our first episode April 28th, which I'm super excited about. The new promo is a question answer style. And so people will be able to submit questions and get them answered by me. But we need your help in order to make that happen. So, Reese, let us know, how can people submit questions so that you can kindly ask those questions of me, and I can hopefully kindly and promptly answer those questions for the kind folks listening.
Absolutely. Follow us on Instagram and shoot us a direct message there. It is from studio to stage IG. Couldn't be any easier to find us. We're the only one out there, I promise. And yeah, just direct messages and we will get your question answered here on the podcast.
Yeah, and we'd love to hear from you. There's no question too dumb. There's no question too advanced. There's no question too specific for us not to answer. And if it is, then we'll just reply back and say, hey, maybe we can't answer that one. But we'd love to hear from you. We would love to get your questions. This is Reese. Let's maybe talk a second. Again, we'll keep this a short episode, but let's talk a little bit about why the change and why we're switching formats. So Reese, you've been a From Studio Stage student for a long time. You were our first ever boot camp member. Actually, real quick, give us like the 1 minute. Who the heck is the big gun that's joining the podcast? And we'll talk about why we're changing this format.
Yeah, man. I started out like a lot of people. My world is, church stuff. I was a worship leader, looking for ways to really add to what we were doing on Sundays. Found this guy named Will Doggett, who eventually started a company called From Studio to Stage. Became a student, and honestly, this content changed my life as a worship leader. And I love it. I've got a real passion for doing playback stuff. And like Will mentioned, joined boot camp, and I just haven't looked back. And it's been a lot of fun, and yeah, I've just a couple different places now. I've led worship and implemented everything I've learned with From Studio to Stage, and it's been awesome.
It's been great, and it's been great having you. And you've been kind of helping make stuff happen behind the scenes that I was not able to do consistently. So I'm incredibly grateful for your help. And one of the things we just kicked off at the time of recording this, we kicked off our next cohort of the Perfect Performance Bootcamp. And I think one of the special things in that program is we do a coaching call every week, and we take questions from students. We help guide people to the results they're seeking, and kind of everyone that joins that program, the focus is to become a world-class playback engineer, whether that's to go do playback for someone else, to get hired to get playback gigs as a playback engineer, or to just incorporate the secrets that the pros use and what I call your on-stage unfair advantage, which is using playback, into your own setup for your own band. And I think those are, I mean, you can tell me if you disagree, but I think those are some of the special parts of the program, right? Like it's super fun to be able to answer questions, to join in and chat with everyone. One of the unintended consequences, though, of starting these question and answer things for students over the past 2 years is I got rid of one-on-one Zoom calls, and one-on-one Zoom calls meant my opportunity to answer any questions you guys have. My schedules got incredibly busy, as last year I worked with a Grammy Award winning artist. This year I'm now full-time, I guess. Technically, they haven't
Hmm.
fully offered me the job, but I think it's happening with a 7-time Grammy Award winning artist. We wrapped up a 3-month, 32 show arena tour. And I've just gotten really, really busy. So partially based on this book, 10x is easier than 2x, I had to look at my life and go, okay, what's some stuff I can cut back? And one of those was I had to make a hard decision to not answer every single question that came my way. You guys ask a lot of questions on Instagram, a lot of questions on social, a lot of questions on YouTube, and I just could not answer all those constantly. And so we kind of just made this line like, hey, we're going to answer questions for students. I'm going to devote my time to students. Outside of that, I'm just sorry, I can't help. I don't do one-on-ones anymore. But one of the things that kept coming up is I just go, man, I miss being able to interface with people. I hate when someone reaches out, has a question, I can't answer it. So again, the beauty, the goal of this is, again, Reese, you're going to bring questions to me every week. You're going through those DMs, you're collecting questions for me. And our goal is to try to get you answers to those questions. And I'm looking forward to this, right? I think it's going to be, I mean, I don't know about you. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. How do you feel about it, Reese?
I mean, I'm excited because I know just being part of boot camp and being part of the community, um, there's a there's a ton of different people out there that are using Ableton for playback and applying it to church, their local band, cover bands, working for artists. And so the situations that we run into constantly, it is so varied. It always keeps it interesting. And on at the same time, I bet you we get one particular question almost every single week. So I think it's going to help people a lot if you tune in. You're probably going to have some of the same questions, and maybe you'll learn something from people who are possibly a little bit further down the road, and give you something to shoot for with your own playback journey. So I think it's going to be super cool.
It's going to be awesome. One more time as we start to wrap up, I'll share deets again when we start. But one more time, Reese, let us know how the kind ladies and gentlemen listening to the show can submit a question to be answered.
Find us on Instagram from Studio to Stage IG.
Yep.
Send us those DMs.
Yeah, slide into the DMs, as the kids say, or maybe they used to say. They probably don't say that anymore. But slide into our DMs. We'd be happy to have you. And the show relaunches April 28th. So we would love to get some questions from you to be able to answer. Our goal is to hit every Monday, or at least as close to every Monday. So you got to keep those questions coming. Here's what I ask from you between now and then is hit subscribe to the podcast, follow us wherever you're listening, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, watching on YouTube. There's got to be better things for you to watch on YouTube. It's like two dudes sitting in their offices talking to you. You got to find something better to watch. But we're glad you're here if you're watching or listening on YouTube. But do me a favor, hit follow, subscribe. It's free. You do not have to become a student for me to answer your question, thanks to this show. So Reese, thanks for joining me, man. It's going to be super fun. Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you April 28th. If you're listening to this and it's already past April 28th, what the heck are you doing, man? Get caught up with it, and we'll see you there. Y'all have a good one. Thanks for being here with us. See you on the next one. Bye, everybody.
See ya.